Hello, 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 it's iRacing, back again with another track guide for you in the Dallara F3. This week we'll be at Spa, and this is not my best track, but I had fun trying to build a setup for it. We got I was torn between medium downforce and high downforce. I couldn't quite figure out which one I wanted. I ended up going with the higher downforce. Gave me the faster lap time, and the top speed was still pretty good. So let's go ahead and hop into it. If you're looking for this setup, that'll be at patreon.com/RidgeRaceRacing. And let's go ahead and knock this one out. It's a long track, so we'll hit this corner by corner analysis real quick. And as we head into turn 1, previous lap 211.8. A pretty high brake, cutting it down low, getting right in there. And taking the fastest exit we can. Let's see if we can break this one down. First, let's go braking right about here. It's basically a little past the 100 board. So hitting, I don't know, 75% brake, holding it, letting loose of the brake, staying in second gear, cutting down as low to that wall as you can, and getting back up on that throttle. I'm being a little bit careful. You can go a little wider here. I still have basically, as long as you keep those right tires on the red and whites, you'll be good to go. And then we head down this straight, headed into Rouge, or however you say it. I'm terrible with the corner names. But you will hear it bottom out there, which is okay. I think almost everyone's setup will do that. If you listen, it's harder to hear it on the replay, but it is pretty easy to do. I don't know what to say about this one besides, you know, cut it over left here, right? You can cut all the way across, and I don't know, just follow the wear on the road. But probably the best tip I can say is after you cut across here, start turning and just keep turning, because you can't see that, right? So, you know, it's easy to start going straight here, and then you're going to end up going way far left and catching an off track. So really just keep turning the car slightly and then bring it back over left once you see that curve. I think that's a pretty good tip for that one. And then we head down the straight where all the fun battling in the race is going to happen. This will be interesting. It's really easy to take it inside or outside on this as far as passing. But here, braking a little bit past that curb, turning in, I go all the way down to third. My gearing's a little longer than the fixed setup, so just keep that in mind when you're looking at which gears I'm in. So this is 5, 6, 7. Again, braking like there, a little bit past this curb. I'm gonna brake a little bit past the curb, almost 60-70% down to third, bringing it up, bringing the throttle back up a little bit, letting off the throttle, no braking, back on the throttle, trying to stay way over to the left, and then swinging it back right with just a little let off the throttle, and then a shift into fourth, and you can go about that wide before you catch the off track. I think that's the furthest you can go. And then we head into turn 8, play it one time. It's a slightly heavy brake and then a long trail brake, and impatience will cost you. You have to get really patient to get back on that throttle, and you don't want to slow the car down too much in the beginning. So you want to hit the brake, bring it down to third, and just keep turning it, and then get on the throttle. That one was pretty good. It's not the best, but it wasn't so bad. And then into turn 9. Turn 9, oh, sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's not. But man, turn 9, it's just a little bit of a brake and trying to get back on throttle as early as you can. And then you can go pretty wide here. As long as you keep, I believe it's 3 tires on the, as long as you keep 1 tire on the red and white technically. So if you skirt a little bit, but you keep 1 tire on the red and white and all 3 tires touch the green, I think you're good. You're good to go. Let's see, we go into turn 10 and 11. It's just a little bit of a brake and trying to get on throttle as soon as possible, abruptly. And here you can go super wide. Again, 2 tires on the red and whites, you'll be fine. Maybe even 1 tire on the red and white. That's the rules. Little bit of a brake and gun it and just go as fast as you can. And then we head into, what is this, turn 12 and 13. So braking there to a little over 50%, down into third, a little bit on the throttle, back on the throttle full, letting off, getting back full throttle, going that wide, tires on the red and whites. This wasn't so bad. It wasn't so good either, but The braking here is right at the start of the curb, or even a little bit past the start of that curb. We get on the brake and we slow it down. We get back on the throttle and try to get back right. It's actually probably better to see from this angle, right? So getting on the brake, letting off, and maybe grabbing a little bit of curb here with the right tires, and then getting back full throttle just for a bit, turning it in, letting it off, and then getting back full throttle again. And you can go pretty wide, right? You can get 2 tires on the green there. And we got to swing it back over to the left for turn 14. It's a quick brake, turn it in there, and then it's followed by a little bit of a trail brake and then a heavy throttle. Sorry, and you can go super wide, as you can see I did here. So we'll do this one full speed real quick. Coming out of 13, going into 14, full throttle, go. That full throttle will help finish the rotation. It's good to see, you know, we're braking and we're rotating on corner entry. We're hitting that apex and then catching a little bit of rotation. And it was the rotation you need to not get an off track here once you hit that throttle super hard. And then it's full throttle through 15. I will note this little green dirt, red and white area that's like right over here to the left. If you hit that, you will just like, you can destroy the car. So be careful if you accidentally go wide there. Just a heads up. And then we go down this straight. Here we go. Turn 16 and 17 is full throttle. Usually a lot of passing happens here as well. Bring it to the left, bring it back to the right, and then you bring it back down to the left. Don't scrub too much speed. And I probably moved over to the left too quick, but you kind of ease over there, and then you get ready for this little break right here. So let it play one time through, and we'll talk about it. I struggle with just 18, 19. So how do we do this? Where's the braking marker? I think I brake a little too early, but let's do it from the cockpit. So there's a white line here is a good indicator. That's the 150 board on the left. And then a couple car lengths before that curb starts. Do it from here. A couple car lengths before we're getting heavy on the brake, bringing it all the way down to second gear. And then we're turning it in there, putting 2 tires to the right, full throttle just for a moment. And then a little bit of a brake turn. And I'm trying to get full throttle here without letting the car get squirrely. And you can put your tires on the green there, as long as you keep, you know, just try to keep 2 on the red and white. And that'll be good. And then what did we get? We got ourselves a 211.4. So not bad for not being good at this track. And, you know, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the track guide. This, the next couple minutes will be the full cockpit lap and full chase cam lap with no voiceover. Ta-ta.